I recently did a video showing how to remove set-in stains on a cloth pad, and this was the pad that I used. The stain was over in this area, and it wasn't a very big stain, but it was a stubborn one that had been sitting there, and it had been there for a while, and I showed how I removed it. I found another pad that is far more stained. This pad is definitely more stained, but this is clean. Stains do not equal a dirty pad. Since this pad is a little bit lighter, it's the same exact fabric. It is a cotton velour, so cottons are more prone to holding on to stains. This one is a lighter fabric, and the stain is a lot bigger and more intense, and probably has been there longer, so it is far more set in. So we're going to do this again and show even a big stubborn stain like this one will come out. But again, technically speaking, that shadow or stain that's left behind does not mean that your pad is dirty, and you don't have to do anything to go above and beyond to remove those shadows. But for people who the visual is just a little bit bothersome, there are methods that you can do and different things to remove the shadow. Now, because this stain is larger and I suspect it's far more set in and going to be a little bit more difficult to remove, I'm going to do a couple different steps on this one versus the last time when I just used peroxide. So I am going to start with peroxide on it. This is a dry pad. I'm going to pour straight peroxide onto this stain, and I'm going to let it sit for just a couple of minutes. Here is the peroxide I'm going to use. Nothing special, just basic hydrogen peroxide. This is not diluted down. I'm going to pour it directly onto the pad. I am giving it a good saturation just to make sure there is enough of the peroxide on there to do its job. You can already see it's pulling up the staining. The next thing I'm going to do is take this to my laundry room, and I'm going to put it in my washing machine with other laundry to bulk it up, whether that's clothes or towels, something to bulk it up. And I'm going to wash it with some OxiClean in this cycle as well, so that it's getting dual action, stain removing action. So I'm going to go ahead and take this to my washing machine, and I'm going to run it through a load, and I'll be back after it has washed and dried and is totally stain free. Now this pad has been washed. Remember, we put the peroxide on it and then it got put into the washing machine, and I did add more Oxy to that cycle. I'm going to zoom in so you can see a little bit closer and a little bit better. Being zoomed in really close where the light is a lot closer, you can see there is still a tiny bit of shadowing. It is almost completely gone though, considering how well set in this stain was and how much space it covered and how long that stain had been there. This is a success. I think this is almost back